Hey everyone, welcome back to Carnage Comics. I'm Adam and we're doing another comic book hunting video. So we went to a flea market and didn't go quite as expected, but let's take a look at the footage and then we'll come back here and see what I got.
Alright, so this is Relics Antique Mall, and it's kind of a tourist spot in Springfield, Missouri. And as we walk up to the stand, we see a lot of JSA. I don't really collect JSA, but if you're a big 90s collector, I could see you want to get on this. Oh, Penny Dreadful. My wife's a big fan of that show. The Josh Hartnett cover. Crazy that they did a comic book about that. And then some late X-Force, some late X-Men, a little bit of Spider-Man. So I collect some X-Force. This is issue number 37. I'm thinking about picking that one up. So I set it aside there. And then we have Cable's solo run. I don't actually collect this book at all. Another 90s series. So it looks like this stack of, or these boxes of comics here are all going to be late 90s stuff. X-Force number 20. So then what I'm going to think about getting. And now we're going to start flipping. So let's see what's in this box. It's a nice cover. That War Machine on the front. That's a cool cover. I'm not sure who that character is. I'll have to read these at some point. Nice Cable cover. If you guys see a key in here that I missed that I should have picked up, let me know. But these are all dollar books, so if there's something in here that you see that looks like it's more than $1, let me know so I can go back and pick it up. So I collect Batman adventures. I don't collect any of the Superman adventures. I don't know what this mess is. Then here's some stuff that I am not even familiar with what they are. If there's something here you see that you know a lot about, let me know in the comments. There was a Century book, some Fantastic Four, all late 90s stuff. So this place is really cool. I pulled this one up. I don't know what this is. This is kind of a cool place. Actually, you can grab yourself a beer when you come in and you can kind of walk around. A lot of these stands are decorated really nice. I didn't get any footage of that, but they have some cases with some comics and stuff in it, some high dollar stuff. I didn't really take much of a look at that stuff, but if you're in the area, not a bad place to look at comics. And that was that for that box. Oh, one cool Wolverine cover here. Alright, bunch of Excalibur in this second box here. I don't collect Excalibur yet. Maybe I will someday, but a lot of these books don't really interest me. It's kind of the later 90s stuff, and the art style just kind of changes and just not something I vibe with. Bunch of Star Trek. I like the show, but I've never been a collector of the comic books. Magneto, that seemed like a cool series. I'm getting a little frustrated here. You can see as I'm kind of running through some of these because I'm just not finding anything. There doesn't seem to be any Bronze Age or Silver Age in here. A lot of stuff you see everywhere. But you never want to miss something. That's a crazy cover. So you always take the time to try and look the best you can. There was Batman at the back of this, so I was really interested in seeing what there was, and unsurprisingly, there was nothing very good. And here we have a pretty cool X-Force. It's number 14. It had a lot of 2099 stuff, some Punisher 2099, some X-Men 2099. The only 2099 book I've got is Spider-Man number 1 2099, which no collection, Spider-Man collection is complete without it, right? Some Ultimate X-Men. He had some cool Catwoman covers here, issues. Is there any Catwoman that you guys collect? Is there anything in the Catwoman saga or volumes that's worth actually reading? Let me know. X-Babies. And they wonder why this series fell off towards the end. Ultimate X-Men. This is a really cool, I think this is Domino. Not your conventional Domino. A cool cover. I like that cover. I was happy to look through any kind of X-Men. You can see I go a lot slower when I run into X-Men. Here we go, Justice League. I don't really collect any JLA. Wouldn't mind getting some, I think it's Dark Justice League. I've heard that's a pretty good series. And very poor camera work there. I didn't get to show you guys what's at the end there, but I did get this 14. Okay, this is the next location. So this guy used to have a whole store in here. Unfortunately, he moved out, but he did have some boxes outside the entrance. Well, it's not really his entrance anymore because there's no store, but anyway, he had these, they look like there's $1 and $2 comics. They're very good shape, but this is another booth here. I talked to the clerk and she actually said that he was going to do his own store. That's why he moved out. So maybe someday I'll do a video there. I see this X-Force, but this is like new X-Force, like a relaunch. I think there's a couple keys in X Factor, but for the most part, I don't think there's a lot of value there. I don't collect any of that at the moment. X-Men Classic. Not sure what that is or when that came out. What a beautiful cover, right? That's one of my favorites. It's a great cover. I have to come back and get some more of these X-Men and X-Force. Love filling in these runs. Alpha Flight's another one I don't collect. It's a beautiful cover with Domino. Alright, moving on here. He had these mostly alphabetized. Really like this Wolverine cover. I don't collect any Wolverine, but maybe I should. It's a great homage cover. That's probably one of the most homaged covers in all of comic books. I like that one, that's really good. Some of the same books as the last one, but I think this guy's had this vendor has a lot better quality than the last one. What do you guys use to keep track of your collections? Do you guys use CLZ Comics? Do you have a better app? Currently what I have, but I have a lot of books that I still need to enter in there. Here I am looking through the B's, trying to find some Batman. Trying to find some New 52. That's really what I'm collecting right now from this time period. I've heard Court of Owls is a great story, so I'm just kind of collecting them as I go, planning on reading all of them that way. These always throw me because they'd say New 52, but they're not actually just Batman. It's a different Batman run. Cap, Cloak and Dagger. Here I am going through the ends of the A's, hoping to find some Batman. Really disappointed to find that there's none here. Just double checking, make sure there's no Batman.
Hey guys, welcome back, and as you saw, I wasn't very successful in my hunt today, but sometimes that's just how it goes. And just a lot of 90s trash, but there is a little bit of 90s trash that I actually like to collect. I collect two things from the 90s, the early X-Men and the early X-Force. So late 80s, early 90s stuff there. Let's take a look at what I got and how I'm filling these runs, and maybe take a look at what I currently have. So first up, we have X-Men. Like I said, this is the early 90s run. We're going to start off with issue number 12. Really great cover there. Xavier's getting choked out by a villain here, and everyone else is knocked out. Pretty cool cover. Next up, we have issue number 15. Great issue. Great cover. Actually, I don't know if the issue's good. I've not read these. I'm a huge 90s kid. I love the cartoons, so like these covers, they just speak to me. You know, something happened mid-90s, late 90s, and the art kind of changed, and it's really just not for me. So I really just collect the early issues. Maybe eventually I'll collect the late ones, but as of right now, that's what I collect. Next up, we've got issue number 17. Great Colossus cover. And you got Psylocke and, Cyclops and Wolverine and Jubilee. Just a great cover. Next up, we've got issue number 22. We got Silver Samurai and Psylocke there on the cover. Great cover. I love the way that Silver Samurai looks. Next up, we've got Psylocke in Trouble in issue number 23. A little bit of a crease on this one, but for the most part, these are all in really great shape. Really well taken care of. This is from Nerd City Comics. They used to have a whole store in there, and he just had several boxes out that were just $1 and $2 boxes. I guess he's trying to do his own thing, trying to create his own store, and so right now he's just not in there. That's what the clerk said. But anyways, here's the last issue, issue number 28. I love this with Jean Grey and Sabretooth on the cover here. That's a great cover. Awesome book. That was probably my favorite pickup. And then as far as what I currently have, so I currently have all 4 of issue number 1. So we've got all 4 of these. All of them here. We got this one. Then you've got this one. These are all connecting covers. And this one. And then my favorite one. This one was like a trifold, but this is my favorite one with Magneto on the front. It's an awesome cover. And so those, spent a little bit of money on those. Not a lot. They're still pretty cheap comics. Next up, we've got number 2. So that's the issue number 2. And then I do have issue number 4. I spent a little bit of money on this one, and that's the first appearance of Omega Red. And then I've got issue number 6, Psylocke and Sabretooth. And then issue 14, followed by issue 19. So if you guys saw, I actually passed in this one because I have a pretty good edition of this one. Maybe I should have picked those up just to see if they were in better condition than this, but overall, pretty good. Then we have issue number 26. I actually just picked this one up. So as you guys can see, I filled in a lot from issue number, because I had 19 and 26 here, but I didn't have anything after 14. So from 14 to 26, I got to fill it in quite a bit. So I was happy to get those. Okay, moving on, we've got X-Force. And so I got X-Force number 7, number 9, both great Cable covers. I love Cable and Deadpool, that's why I collect X-Force. Issue number 12, I'm not sure who these characters are. There's something about this art style, man. I just love this art style. Issue number 13. It's got like an x-ray of his face. It's all mechanical-like. Issue number 14. You guys saw me show this one off a little bit in the video. 16. Got Gambit and Wolverine on this one. And then we've got 17. Great cover. Finally, not least, there's 18. That was everything I got while I was shopping. These are what I currently have for X-Force. I got issue number 1. Everybody's got an issue 1, right? But I do have an issue number 2. This was one of my favorite buys recently, the second appearance of Deadpool. And I've got issue number 10. Just love the cover on this one. And 25. So I was able to fill in a lot of X-Force early stuff, so I was really happy to get those. And overall, just had a fun trip. Stay tuned next week. We're going to do another episode. We're going to go out to another antique mall that I actually know has a store in it. So this is what I like to do. I like to try and go out and try to find stuff, but then I also like to have a little bit of a guarantee that there's going to be something there. So I mean, like a little store inside the flea market, which I don't know if that's normal by you, but that's kind of what happens here. The flea market I went to today was an antique mall, actually. It's called Relics in Springfield, Missouri. If you've never been, it's a great antique mall. Really cool stuff in there. Lots of stuff besides comic books. It kind of struck out a little bit. I expected there to be a little bit more, but it is what it is. So thanks for swinging by and checking this out. See you in the next one. Like and subscribe. Peace.